it's Claire Spalding and you're watching my vlog for My Brand Story. As always, I'm here to help you build a truly authentic business and brand that will connect. Connect with this table. Connect with the people you need to connect with. Today, I was wanting to talk about how collaboration is king and how you can nail collaborating in 5 easy steps. It's pretty easy, but I think it's just having that confidence to know how to do it. I think I've always been a sharer, and that's sort of what I relate to collaborating as, a sharer. Sharing your knowledge and your ideas for the greater good, for making things better, identifying what you're good at, and then knowing what you need help with. Not living in isolation of just focusing on yourself and not seeing how you could share your ideas and knowledge and collaborate to be better. I think that was one of the main things I loved about working in marketing. We worked in a really collaborative space. Marketers are always like, 2 heads are better than 1, 3 heads are better than 2, etc., etc. But for us, it was really exciting. You bounce ideas off each other and you actually come up with ideas that you may never have thought about just thinking about it from this angle. You thought about it from this angle, this angle. There were all these different angles. I think the reason I wanted to do this vlog today was to really praise where we are now. For me, looking at, I've been in the industry over 13 years, and obviously when I started, the internet wasn't a thing and social media was, I think I had a MySpace. It was that long ago that there was no real connection. So people lived in isolation, or businesses. Offices were closed up and, you'd close your door and you'd work in your own business, own office. Now they're all open spaces. It's very, very different. The mindset has shifted dramatically. So back when in the old day, you would keep your knowledge, your knowledge was gold, and you would never share it. And you'd only share it if you were paid or there was something in it for you. It was very much living on all businesses were like little islands, just focusing on themselves so they could be better. It was competitive, and it is still competitive, but it's a lot more collaborative now. It's not like this, it's like this. Let's work together to make it better. Whereas in the old days, you kept everything to yourself. Even simple things like when we talk about photo sharing, as long as it's credited or as long as there is some connection to the original source, get it out there. Share it, get it out there so more and more people can see it. Because if it's just in front of your eyes and your target market's eyes, or not your target, like your audience's eyes, how are you going to get those guys and those guys and those guys? How are you going to meet new people if you're just in your own box? Thinking about it, I guess, physically, we're not all sitting in our own offices anymore, just by ourselves, doors shut, nothing. We have the internet. We have a whole new world, even if we do work on our own. Even if we do, I do remember my office going from an office to this open plan. And I can't tell you, probably the person that I am, I enjoy the collaborative environment. So now I'm in an environment where it is a really great thing. But for a lot of people, it's an adjustment. And I find that working with some people, and I was just talking to a client the other day, and they're an events company, and they have this special product, and they're special, especially in their location. And she said, Claire, should I reach out to the competitor that also does it, just to have a relationship so it's not us and them? If we need to work together, we can. And I said, yeah. I said, that is such a great idea. Take that step forward. Pull down the wall and see if you guys can help each other out. Because ultimately, we're all here to help each other, obviously to drive our own business, and you don't want to be walked all over. Collaboration is meeting in the middle, not meeting on one side, making sure that it's very even. But knowing what you are about and then knowing what they are, working together. I've had experiences in the past where I've worked with someone that's really old school, and I have done stuff for them and they have taken that on, but when the role was reversed, there was no collaborating, there was no coming back. It was all on their terms. And looking at being very short-sighted, what is it in for me today, not tomorrow, not the next day, not thinking longer term. Collaboration for me is relationship building, and that's what I think is the strength of marketing and branding now. It's all about relationships and strengthening and authenticity. Look at our influencers. Look at the exciting collaborations that you see all over the world. You know, I look at fashion. How many great collaborations are there to make this ultimate other product? There's a lot of exciting things, and even in everyday business. I have a great friend and actually met through work, and we now collaborate together. We do photos, she does photos for me, and I do branding for her, and we are each other's. We collaborate together to build stronger businesses. Without either of us, our business would not be what it was. It's lifted the bar on where we want to be. And that's really, really important, because it's taking that long-term look, not the tomorrow. What am I going to get tomorrow? What am I going to get the next day? What relationship are you going to build long term? The same as we're approaching marketing that same way with influencers, as I mentioned before. It's less about dollar for this. It's more about how you can use your service to help others to then better both businesses. Making sure that they are on brand. On brand is something else I'll talk about, but on brand meaning on brand and in line with your vision. Only can you collaborate is when you know what you're about. Doing the brand pack and identifying your who, what, where and why, your values, your mission statement, your unique selling points. Only then can you then identify that, and who will then marry with you to make you a stronger business. So as I said, the old was stagnant and isolated. The new is fluid. We're all solopreneurs. We're all out there, going out there to get more out of our business, connect with more people, having all those touch points. The internet definitely, I'm not sure if it was the chicken or the egg with the digital world and collaborating, but I really believe it probably was the chicken, the online, digital. I think that is what pulled down a lot of walls for us to then be able to help out and help each other out. But you know, not just one-sided, as I said, really mutually doing it together. I'm going to give you 5 quick tips to when you're thinking about collaborating and what you should think about when you're doing it. One is, know your strengths. Know what you're good at. And on the flip side, know what your weaknesses are. Because once you know those, you'll know how you need help and assistance. Point 2, hone in on your strengths. Perfect them. Don't be a jack of all trades. Identify what you're good at and focus on these and promote these strengths. Then your next one, point 3, identify what you need to reach your set goals, your business goals. So what is it that you need to bring in that you can't do to reach these goals? And a perfect example of that is for me, I actually enjoy editing and doing my own videos, and I can do it fairly quickly. But I am not very good at the social media strategy side of it. So I knew that I was wasting my time and energy trying to learn this when I could bring someone on board and help me be better at it. So these guys are going to help me get to my goal and my target, to get my business out there. My biggest challenge right now is the product is great, the content is great, but the awareness isn't there. Who am I going to look to get me to that goal? Point 4, the next thing for collaborating is find like-minded businesses like yourself to then be able to lift your business. As I said before, you need to know what you are about. You need to know your brand story before you can then find other brands that align. Look for how they look and feel. Look at their social media, look at their website, chat to them. See how they're speaking. Do they sing to you? Do they actually resonate with you? And you can identify that, because that is key. You don't want a disjointed partnership that's not going to be beneficial for either. Often when you have a similar vision and a similar aesthetic, it's a natural progression, it's a natural collaboration. That is what you can see. And these people, they reach you, like they connect with you on the same level, and they also have the skill set to lift your business. And the 5th point, just reach out. I know that it is easier said than done, but it's like one of those things. If you never go, you'll never know. Because what's the worst thing they could say? Oh, sorry, no, I don't think so. Reach out to them, and reach out to them in a way that's not talking to them like we talk about. Reach out to them and how you could help them. You saw this, you think that what their X, Y, and Z are great, how it aligns with you, and how you could help their business, and how they could help you, and are they looking for a collaboration? It is really, really easy. 5 points. 5 points to be able to now collaborating. Simple, really, really simple, identifying your own points there. If that's something, if the reaching out is hard for you, I've got an answer. I'm a really, really big fan and I'm a member of the platform Asaurus. It's an Australian company and it's a platform to connect businesses. It's a Asaurus. It is connecting everybody who need other people like-minded. You set up your profile and then you can connect with other people that are all on the same page. They're all there because they are looking to collaborate. You don't have to go cold. I still suggest that you do steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think you still need to identify all of those things. Then you can reach out and Asaurus. Jess and the team there are fantastic and I really, really enjoyed being a part of their team. It's really exciting. They help build your business and they help identify what business will help yours, what complements your business and makes you more successful. It's also a really great network to meet other entrepreneurs and see what else is going on and see what other success stories there are. So check it out, Asaurus. And I think that's really the main point for what I wanted to say this week is really about how you can now collaborating in just 5 easy steps. Step 1, know your strengths, know your weaknesses. Step 2, hone in on your strengths. Step 3, what is the step 3? Identify what you need to reach your goals. Step 4, find like-minded businesses that share your values and your aesthetic to then fill that role to meet your goals, to get your business to the next level. And step 5, reach out to them. That is what the world's all about. Reach out on social media, reach out on the phone, internet, even if you're meeting in an event. Reach out and start a conversation because you'll find that in this world today, everybody's open to it. It's not as hard as it used to be and we're all here to help each other. And I think it's a great place to be. I'm excited as an entrepreneur. I think that if you can know your strengths and then bring in the people that can make you better, why don't you? There is no reason not to. So that's my tip. And as I said, if you can't reach out, pop over to Asaurus. These guys, Jess and the team, are awesome. And I'm just so glad I found them. Well, that's it for me. If you want to know more about my 5-week brand pack and to know how to, what your business is all about, pop over to my website, mybrandstory.me. And also at the moment, if you sign up, you get a free 20-point branding checklist, just to find out where your brand sits and how you can take it. If you like my video today, please subscribe and share with friends. I'd like more people to share in this brand love. Kumbaya. It's just a great platform to be able to share ideas and help small businesses take it to the next level. So with that, I want you to stay true to your journey and your brand story because what you have to offer, nobody else does. Remember that. I'm Claire Spalding from My Brand Story. Thanks for watching. See you next time.